How's it going, New World? Sethphir here, and we are back with another video. Today I am going to show you how to make gold, and not just any amount of gold, big boy gold. There are a lot of items right now that are worth money. There are also some items that players don't want as much, but the highly and most contested item that I have seen currently is probably trophy pieces, specifically the ones that are the epic and legendary components required to upgrade your trophies. So if I were to search for some of these, like let's say ancient text, which is the component required to upgrade your Arcana to the next level from the tier 1 to the tier 2 trophy, you can see that it is selling for 10,000 gold in the auction house. And I believe there's another one called the Philosopher's Stone. I don't know if any are up. There are none, but if there was one, it would be quite a bit of gold. I'm guessing anywhere from 25 to 30k, maybe even upwards. There are also other items like the stacked deck, which is the component required to upgrade your luck trophy, your loot luck trophy, to the second level, which is going to be 18,000 gold on my server, probably non-existent on some of the low pop servers. If you find this item, it's very good. And then there's also the coveted loaded dice, which there is one currently for 22,000 gold on the auction house. These items are insane in money value, and the reason why is because they're so hard to get. However, there are a few routes and tricks that I have found to getting a lot of these items. You may not get the one that you're after, but you will get components for like the logging luck and the skinning luck and the mining luck. It's all just RNG, and it just depends on what you get. So you need to suit up, get your best luck gear that you can find, and start doing these runs daily, because some of them are locked behind elite chests and others are on a 30-minute timer, which you can run multiple times in a day. So there are a few ways that you can hunt for these items, and when you finally get one, believe me, it pays off. You can make quite a bit of gold. So where are we going to be getting these items? Let's go ahead and take a look over on the New World Dash Map resource so that we can identify where these treasure chests are coming from. And we will also take a look at New World Database to accurately figure out what level of chests and what zones these chests are spawning in, so that we're not hunting for something that doesn't exist and doesn't have a drop chance in that zone. So a lot of people will tell you to run through the zone and just pick up the stuff. That is not entirely true. It comes from specific types of chests with a specific monster level within that zone. So let's go ahead and dive on over into that. Here we are on the New World Database website, where we can sort of track where these items are coming from. So as we take a look at this loaded dice item, and this is going to be a tier 3 trophy component for the final stage, and all of these items will share the same drop tables usually. So the logging one, the skinning one, the mining one, the Arcana one, all of this will fall under the same rules and categories. So here we will go ahead and take a look. It is gathered from zone level 55 plus stockpiles of the tier 1, 2, and 3 variety ancient chests, and as well as some other stockpiles in the area. As we skip through and we look at different things, it's just listing more and more of different types of stockpiles, like large and different types of that variety. So what does that mean? It means that we can obtain this item from pretty much any level 55 plus stockpile, supply stockpile, or ancient chest. So that's what we're looking for when we're looking for these items. So some of these are excluded within the elite chests. If we go to another item, we can look at the stacked deck, and we can see that that is coming from level 35 plus zones, supply stockpiles, and ancient chests as well. So these are following the same loot criteria, right? And then if we take a look at different types of items, like the ancient text that we talked about before, we can see that it will fall under roughly the same category, if we could get it to switch over there. There we go. As they are all coming from the same area. So this basically just means that the requirements is that it is a supply stockpile or an ancient chest with level 35 and above. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to the new world map resource so we can identify where some of the best routes are to do these things at, and we can kind of figure out what we need to do to obtain some of these items. All right, and here we are on the new world dash map resource, and there, as you can see, are quite a lot of treasure chests in the world. We are doing two search factors here, so we're going to be looking at chests, supply chests, mainly stockpiles that are tier 1, 2, and 3, just so that we can kind of identify where these items are coming from, and we're doing the same for ancient chests over here on the side. So that's going to be our search criteria. We are also searching for the level of the zone with the areas function over here on the left, so that we can see what level the monsters are in this zone. So for example, if we take a look at this zone right here, this is a 34 through 34 zone. Therefore, some of these stockpiles should technically not be counting. I've tested this a little bit. I haven't seen anything pop out of these, so if you found otherwise, feel free to comment below. But from what my knowledge is, you need to have these in a level 35 plus zone. So the area needs to be labeled with monsters that are above 35 or above to find the purple upgrade components, or the stacked deck, which is technically a legendary, for the luck trophy. And then for the legendary components, the final one, you will need to have a level 55 zone. So that would be something like this shattered mine or shattered mountain area, like something like this supply stockpile here in this 62, 63 zone. This would qualify. So aside from the obvious chest routes, which is just going to be, you know, doing Mirror Guard and the mines and things like that, let's go over some that you can kind of do solo to get a good amount of chests per hour and get a lot of chances at getting these high ticket items. So the best place that I've found for treasure chests and the 35 plus level range has been Weaver's Fin, and you start at the top here, you teleport to this waypoint, you're going to go ahead and pick up this supply stockpile, and then you're going to make your way towards this little city here that has level 39 lost. You're going to pick up all these chests here, there's 5 of them, and then you will make your way down and pick up this next one. We skipped this bridge because it has a 32 to 34 zone, so technically it shouldn't qualify, although if you feel like you want to pick them up and see if it does, feel free to do so. Let me know if you find anything from them. And then we will hit this next city right here, which gives you quite a few stockpiles. There's 5 also in this city. There are a few elite chests that you can pick up, but they're kind of guarded and out of the way, so I'd probably recommend just stopping there and getting those quick 10 chests, as that will be your best time usage for that, right? There's a few other chests in the area, but we don't want to walk too far, right? We just want to pick up chests, because remember, these chests are coming back in like 30 minutes because they're just supply stockpiles, so they're not going to be that long. I don't know if 30 minutes is actually the exact timer, but it seems to me once I do one area and then leave to do another one, they're going to be back. So that's the best place that I have seen for chests like that. Another area that's nice to do would be specifically Arendis in Restless Shore, as there are a lot of elite chests here. Since they are technically tier 4, they shouldn't really be counting, but I have seen one from here before, so maybe hit this area up, as it is a decent area. And then the final place would be Scorpius up in the north of Morningdale, as there are a few treasure chests just kind of in an area. These are like side things because they're elite chests. You can only do them once per day, so just be really careful on that. As you can see, there are quite a lot of chests in the Morningdale area, and it does qualify as a 35 plus zone, so will Restless Shore, but they're all like spread out and very sparse. So I'd recommend kind of doing this Weaver's Fin loop here and just getting these like free, like, I don't know, some odd like 12, 13 treasure chests, and then going on to do other avenues of searching. So the best place that I have found for searching treasure chests in the high level has been Reekwater. So you just start in town simply, and then just do a little loop here. I go a bit northeast of town and I get these 2 stockpiles in this zone right here. Then I head over here and I go to the Virid Grotto, and there is 5 stockpiles in this area. Once you have obtained those, you can kind of figure out that's probably your best way to go right there. I usually head over and I pick up like this fast travel, and then I make my way back to town, or I just teleport back to town entirely. And then I want to head up into this little area that is called Skyview Repose, as there are 2 treasure chests here, another one on the balcony, and then quite a lot inside of this temple. But don't be too deceived, 2 of these chests right here are actually unavailable unless you are on the quest, so there should only be 4 within this big little temple area here. And once you have obtained those, you can move on to running through some of the other areas, like this bridge gap here. There's 3 stockpiles here. This is a nice zone to go to, and then you can pick up 2 more ancient chests over here on the side. So you kind of get the theme. You generally want to run around and pick up these high level stockpiles because, again, it's qualifying as the 55 plus area, and it is qualifying as a tier 3 ancient chest or a tier 3 stockpile. So this is right within the drop criteria that will give you the sweet spot for finding these items. So keep that in mind. I think that this route is going to be very profitable to everybody in the long term. And you should probably be doing this if you ever want gold. Like if gold is your need, I would go for this route because it will give you quite a bit of resources. You can pick up many elemental animals and herbs and mining nodes along the way that are right within your path. And then you can also have a chance at these big ticket items that sell for massive amounts of gold. Remember that everybody in the game has 3 houses, so that means they can have 3 trophies. They need to upgrade 3 sets of trophies of every type. And of course, everyone is going to want more mining luck, more skinning luck, more logging luck, more damage type against monsters, and even luck in general, and especially the trade profession ones. If you ever get anything like precision armorers tools or precision engineers tools, those are going to be super expensive. People are going to buy these for upwards of 40, 50k even. It just depends because everyone's trying to craft the best in slot armor, like in-game armor and things like that. So make sure that you take advantage of it, and as well as the stack deck and the lucky dice, as that will increase your drop rates of items and allow you to make a lot of gold in the meantime. So it's just going to kind of snowball from there. So that's the general route and idea. Make sure you're looting these chests. Set a little timer that's about 30 minutes for each one. You can head back to the zone and you can re-loot the chest, or you could just do something else in the area, like you could fish until it's back up, take a break, go eat something. Maybe you're at work or something. It's very easy to do, especially this level 35 zone. Nothing can touch you here. You can just loot all these chests and then go back to work or whatever it is you need to do, homework, schoolwork, and then come back in and loot the chest again. And eventually you will hit one of those purple trophy pieces. You may even hit a legendary trophy piece in some of the high level zones, so keep an eye out for that, as that will be probably some of your best ways to get these big ticket items for a lot of gold. And I did want to put one final note for everybody who stayed watching to the end. There is an area within the mines up here where you can get a few stockpiles. I've seen some people waiting here. There's a lot of elite chests, but there's also regular chests, and somebody told me that this kind of has a decently high drop rate for the stockpiles for getting items. So that might be one chance to kind of look at if you're feeling very superstitious. But there are also like a similar route that you can do within this area. Like you can see many supply stockpiles here in these little cities, but there are quite a lot of mobs, so maybe bring a friend, as they will be a little bit more challenging to obtain, but you could easily do a little loop and take all these treasure chests within these little towns in Shattered Mountain just as well. So if you run out of options and you want to mix it up or change it up, whatever you want to do, you could easily visit this zone and do the exact same thing. All right, thanks for your time, everyone. I appreciate you watching the video. We have a subscribe, like, and bell button, so make sure to make use of it. We also have a join button, which will give you membership access, as well as badges and emojis. And we also have the Discord if you want to stay in touch with the latest gold farms, or just ask me a question in general, feel free to do so. Thanks for your time once again, and we will catch you in the next video.